I want to bring in Minnesota State Senate Majority Leader Erin Murphy. Senator, thank you for joining me. I want to get your reaction to the events that have unfolded there in Minneapolis.
It has been a very, very difficult 30 hours or so here in the state of Minnesota. I want to extend my absolute sympathy to the family of Mr. Alex Preddy, my fellow registered nurse and ICU nurse who cared for veterans. It's a tragic loss of life at the hands of ICE agents who are operating in the state of Minnesota with masks, guns. They're unidentified and unaccountable. This is the second life we have lost, a poet and a registered nurse. They are not properly trained. They are not here at our invitation, and they're making us less safe. It is time for ICE to leave the state of Minnesota, and we demand justice for Alex's family, for Alex, for Renee's family, for Renee, and for the people who have been harmed by the outside of the law efforts that we have seen over and over in communities across the state of Minnesota by ICE and this federal government. It has to end.
Senator Murphy, Attorney General Keith Ellison said in this latest press conference that he will be in court tomorrow for an ongoing lawsuit against Operation Metro Surge, saying that the federal government is infringing upon the rights of Minnesotans. What's your response to that?
First of all, I'm so grateful that they went to court and got a TRO last night so that the federal government cannot destroy or alter evidence in the shooting yesterday of Mr. Preddy. And I'm grateful that we'll be in court again tomorrow. It is important to say that Minnesotans have rights. People have rights. The state has laws that need to be followed. We have a constitution that is being disregarded by the federal government. I am grateful that we'll be in court tomorrow, and I pray that we are successful in Minnesota, because right now what we're seeing is Minnesotans' freedoms are being trampled upon. And if that is allowed to stand, we know that it will be exported to other states in addition to ours. The people of Minnesota, in the most profound way, through their own neighborhoods and their own local communities, are standing up and fighting for the freedom of this country and for this republic. It is a profound moment for America, and one that I am proud to be a part of, but it's also a dangerous time in our community, and it's a dangerous time in America. Just know, for everyone who is listening in Minnesota and across the country, we're here in the fight for the people and for this country.
Senator Murphy, for those who are watching now, we've been seeing countless images of just the swell of protesters coming out all over the state of Minnesota, and especially there in the city of Minneapolis. Now, you're also saying that this is a dangerous time. So what are the orders for state and local law enforcement there on the ground?
I want to mention something before I answer that question, because you're talking about protesters. I have joined so many of my fellow Minnesotans in peaceful protest and in peaceful action. My colleagues in the Minnesota Senate, my fellow Democrats, are ferrying people to and from work, children to and from school. We're standing outside of churches and childcare centers so people can safely get to where they need to go. We're providing food for people who are hungry and can't go to the grocery store on their own. And after the shooting of Alex Preddy, we sent out messages last night to join with your neighbors and communities across the state and light a candle, and all across Minnesota. And in fact, in other parts of the country, people lit candles in peaceful vigil, because what's happening in our state is not right. So I want to make sure you understand that there is a very decentralized and locally powerful movement here in the state of Minnesota, where people are standing up for the Constitution, for our rights, and the safety for people. And we will continue to show up in our communities with law enforcement, with the National Guard, if necessary, to protect the people of Minnesota. But more importantly, the people themselves. The people themselves are doing the work to make sure that we're keeping each other safe in a moment when the federal government is bringing down a brutal force on the state and its people.
Minnesota State Senate Majority Leader Erin Murphy, thank you.